Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we're about to get started with Open Mic Live. But first, as always, a word from our sponsor.
At InDigital, we know that public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESINet goes beyond industry standards, not only i3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
August 24th, 2016, the I Am 901 movement is born. One of my personal stories set the tone for this movement. What started out as a way to raise awareness for the reclassification issue for dispatchers quickly turned into peer support. 911 professionals from all over the world were sharing their stories. On Facebook alone, at that time, the engagements were over 34 million. It spawned a peer support session at conferences called Imagine Listening, where dispatchers shared their stories out loud or on paper. For years, I have been asked if this would ever become a book, coming June 2023, and available now for pre-order on Amazon and Barnes & Noble from Titletown Publishing. Imagine Listening. Your worst day is our everyday. If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yo, what is going on? Welcome to everyone here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and then over here on TikTok. Thank you all very, very much for joining me. This live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, a leader in next-gen core services, and a big shout out, as always, to subscribers of the podcast. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't be able to do everything I do if it wasn't for all of you who watch, listen, support, share, all that good stuff. So thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. And so let's check in. Let's jump in. Let's check in with everybody here. I already asked this question over here on TikTok, so I'm watching for it as well. But everyone over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, how are you feeling? How are you doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how's it going? Remember, 1 is shitty. 10 is awesome. How are you feeling? And also, we're starting early. Today. It's 8:36 p.m. Usually do this at 9 p, but I'm starting early because I have a trip tomorrow. I have a trip tomorrow that I'm going to be making, and I need to try to go to sleep early. I need to try to go to sleep early. But we'll get to that here in just a moment. But also, roll call. Where are you watching from? How's everything going? I would say I'm coming in at a 9. Seriously, I'm coming in that high already. It has been an excellent day. Today is the 13th. However, tomorrow, the 14th, is my birthday. So celebrated Mother's Day as well as my birthday today, because I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I'm going to be driving early in the morning. I'm driving to the Florida APCO conference. I know a lot of people were like, "What the hell? Why? Why are you not flying?" Because I fly all the time, right? But I don't know. There's something about a road trip, man. Like it's 16 hours. It's just going to be me, and I'll be fine. It'll be powered by like probably energy drinks and beef jerky. um, but it'll be good. Like I kind of feel like I need a road trip. You know, have you ever had a moment like that where you're thinking, I think I just want to drive. Yeah, I just want to drive and just take it easy. So next week at the in St. Augustine, Florida, the Florida APCO conference. I'm going to be out there and be there all week, and there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. But also on the last day, on Thursday, from 8:30 in the morning to 10:30 in the morning for 2 hours, I will be doing a super session, and I will be doing my Imagine Listening. And if you've never been there, or even if you have, to be there in support of everyone that is sharing stories, please do so. It is an excellent session. It's a hard one to put into words what it's like, to do it, or to be in that room rather, but it is a very, very powerful session. So I'm super excited to be going over there and doing Imagine Listening for the super session, and to have people there to experience it. And for those first 30 minutes of the Imagine Listening portion of the session, if you share a story, whether it be out loud or you write it down, you get you earn one of these official I Am 911 lapel pins. So I'm looking forward to that, and just a bunch of other stuff that's going to be going on there as well. I'm looking forward to it. It's awesome to go back to Florida and do this at a conference in the state where I started my dispatch career. I started in Florida, Central Florida, Frost Proof Police Department in Polk County. This was years ago. That PD is no longer there. The county um, took over the area. So, they do all of that there now. But again, I'm excited to go back because it's where everything started. And I don't ever want to forget where it all started, man. I mean, it's part of my story. It will always be part of my story. See, Nadine over here says, just been told I passed all of my tests and background waiting on job offer. Yeah, Nadine. Woo! Very nice, very nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is very cool. Excellent. That'll be good. I'm looking forward to hearing actually what happens from there. And if you ever have any questions or anything, please reach out, send something. Nadine says, "Thank you. It was so stressful." I can imagine. Yes, I can just imagine. So, I mean, I remember when I had first applied and everything, and there was testing and all that good stuff. And during that time, though, I remember I was sitting there. So it was like 100 questions or something like that. Oh, wait, Nadine says, "Thank you. I love your podcast." Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You just made my night. Thank you. Um, I remember sitting in there, and it was like 100 question test, and we had an hour to get done as much as we could get done, and I ended up finishing it all. Wait, 1,200 questions. Okay, that blows mine out of the water right away. Yeah, mine was only 100 questions, and I had an hour to do it, but you had 1,200 and 4 hours to do it? Okay, you have me stressing out, and I'm not even taking the test. That's pretty gnarly. Um, I was sitting in there. Oh, wait, plus 2 interviews, psych test, and polygraph. Yeah, like, I'm sweating right now. Um, when it was done, we couldn't go anywhere. We had to sit there while they were grading it. And no, I know, I'm just joking. um, they had us sitting there, or me. I was the only one there. But I was in there waiting for them to finish um correcting everything, and there was one question that I knew that I was gonna get it wrong, and I should have gone with my gut, and that question oh man, that one pissed me off. I got it wrong, and when they told me the right answer, I was like, "Oh, that's what I had." I second guessed myself, and, yeah, that sucked, but I passed. I passed, made it through, and continued on with my, dispatching career, so that's awesome. Congratulations, that is excellent. Um Episode 493 went out, and that was with Deborah. Please make sure, if you have not watched that episode, make sure to check it out. It was an excellent one. I think it's like maybe 30 or so minutes. It was recorded at the Navigator Conference, and what I was trying to do with everyone there was record episodes that were 30 minutes or less. Some of them went to about 45, but either way, I was trying to keep them short because, a lot of people come in, they're around the vendor hall and stuff, and, then they go to classes. So I wanted to keep it short. So the next few episodes are from the Navigator Conference, and there's some shorter episodes, but please make sure to check out that one. Um, with Deborah as well, because she's building some training and QA, like a lot of different things, and she is looking for some input. So make sure to check it out and get a hold of her with any policies, procedures, anything that you would be willing to share, because that's what she's looking for. And she was awesome. It was very cool to have her on. So look out for that one. Again, that's episode 493. And then episode 494 is going to be coming out next. And that is with Mary out of Alabama. And man, that episode also was super, super good. I mean, all of them were really good. But how many episodes, or how many guests rather, have I ever had, or had in general, where the person is telling me that they were also a corrections officer? Okay. This is this is a clip that I already have ready to put out, but she was telling me that she was in corrections, right? She was in corrections, and there was an escapee, and she assisted with catching this person, which is awesome. What's more awesome was that she was like 8 months pregnant while she was doing this, and she's telling me this story, and I thought, because she was also saying, something to the effect of, "I'm no superhero or anything like that," and I said, "I'm sorry, hold on a minute. You just told me that not only were you working for corrections, but you assisted in catching the escapee, and you were also, like, 8 months pregnant." Like, that's pretty superhero to me. It was pretty awesome, man. So make sure to look out for that one. That one's gonna be coming out next week. Once again, that's gonna be episode 494, and that's with Mary, and she's out of Alabama, and that was just such a great episode. James checking in here. He says, "Yes," and then I get behind the wheel. I am 8. Or coming in 8 from South Jersey. Vanessa says, "Evening. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome, welcome." This is good. This is excellent. And like I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of new clips. Um, I have got several clips from episodes in the past that I'm going to be putting up there. They are less than a minute. Some of them might be a minute and a half when they come out, but they are excellent. And you are going to dig them. And there's some funny ones, there's some hard ones, of course, and then just ones that are, like some very interesting. So make sure to look out for these clips that I'm going to be putting out, but also some quick shout outs. Um, some good friends, Sarah, who is on TikTok over here, recently shared the information on the Imagine Listening book. So thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. And there's going to be some more, sharing and stuff that's going to be coming up. A good friend of mine as well, um, Lauren Sisler, who works with ESPN, is shared that a little bit as well. And I just, all of you who have been sharing, I cannot thank you enough. It has been really cool to see not just the continued support as always, which I appreciate more than you know, but I ended up looking at Amazon earlier, and with like a lot of shares and everything that you are doing, imagine listening Your Worst Day is Our Everyday is the number one new release in the criminology category on Amazon, and it's still on pre-order. It doesn't launch until the 20th, but because of all of you, because of all the shares and people pre-ordering the book, wow, I cannot say thank you enough. Um, and over here on TikTok, I'm gonna post the screenshot, but on the screen right now, over here on the other side, everybody can see that. In the upper left-hand corner, it is number one new release in the criminology section, and that is I I have no words. Like, when I saw it, I jumped up and down and took the screenshot really quick and then went down. I was telling my kids and everyone, I was like, "Look, look, it's number 1 right now." Now, that was actually it was last night, and then I saw it this morning and it went down to number 2, and then when I took this one, it was back at number 1. So at least on Amazon, like, they fluctuate, they go up and down and everything, but I was able to catch it and see it as the number 1 release, or new release, and, please keep sharing and keep going. Let's keep up this momentum. Uh, and my birthday's tomorrow. So this was a very cool birthday present to see this as number 1 in new releases for criminology. So again, all of you, thank you so very much. I appreciate it more than you know. Vanessa over here says that is so amazing. Congratulations, Ricardo. You so deserve it. I thank you. I appreciate that more than you know. But really, everything I do and in the book, it wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for all of you as well. Everything that you do, the job that you do, your courage to share your stories and to trust me to share those stories. It's an honor that I can't even put into words. I'm just happy that I can play a small part in your lives in this profession and to push your stories out so that people know what it is really like to do this job. That we're not just doing this, we this is a calling. I love it. James over here says, I am hoping you'll be in Nashville so I can get my copy signed. I will be there. I will be in Nashville, my friend, and I will see you there. There's some more stuff coming for that as well, but I will be there. And this is going to get launched at National Nina Conference next month. And I'm going to be doing some stuff there as well. So keep an eye out for all that good stuff. And that'll be coming up. So let me see. Let me look at my notes here really quick. I want to make sure I have all of this stuff taken care of before we get to some of these questions that I want to ask you and go into some of these funny stories. So one of the clips that I put out, it's about developing your dispatch ear. There's a lot of times that people, oh wait, Nadine says, ever coming to Las Vegas? I've been to Vegas a few times for conferences. I would like to go back and maybe even visit a couple centers. Do imagine listening at those centers. I've got some training, a training branch of the company that I own, my media company that I'm going to be pushing out as well. So look out for that. Who knows? I might be in Vegas. That'd be awesome. Um, so look at dispatch here. So that's one of the clips. That's one of the clips that are going out there that because a lot of people have mentioned, have emailed in, how do you really develop your dispatch ear? So one of my guests, Violet, who was on, that actually had her on an episode early on when I first started the podcast. Um, she was on and she was talking about everything that she does now, and she mentioned the academy that she was in, how they had them do this. And basically what the video says, or what she's saying in the video in this short clip, is that um in order to do this and like multitask and everything, they had people go when they were at home, not go home. They didn't just send them home. That's not what I meant. When they were at home, basically it was a homework assignment, and they were telling them, just sit in front of the TV, turn it on, and start typing everything that you hear with anything in the background going on, like, kids playing or whatever that's going on, and see what you can pick up, and you can train yourself that way. And I thought, "Man, that's a cool idea." I don't think I was told that in the beginning. I just kind of developed it. It was just sitting in there and just doing work, just working and working. But this is one of those tips that you're able to do. So I thought that was really cool, to be able to do that. Oh, wait, James says it's harder to do at home now because of the encrypted trunk systems. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Yes. This specific tip though had nothing to do with the radio or anything. It's just basically your TV. You just turn the TV on and just start typing away with whatever, is going on in the background and stuff too, to kind of develop that. But that is a good idea as well, to add in the scanner stuff, to be able to type what's going on TV, but listen to the radio at the same time and get all of that going. So well done, James. That is good there too, to add in, because then you really start to develop it too, right? Because now not only do you have what's going on in the TV and you're typing, but you have whatever's going on around you, whether you're chilling in your living room, kids running around, or I don't know, your dog's running around, but then you also add in like scanner or something. So there's a lot of ways that you can put this all together to develop that while you're at home. So there's a tip there for everybody to check out. Let's see. Vanessa says, you need to come to PA too. I would love to. Yes, I would love to. I'm trying to go to conferences that I've never been to before and do Imagine Listening there, do the podcast, but also, as I said, with the training branch that I'm putting out there are now classes, like 4-hour classes, 8-hour classes that I would be doing, that I could do in different states at different centers. So if you're interested, this stuff ends up launching in June, and I'm already building up classes for this coming fall going into 2024. So something to look out for. All right. So let's jump in. I know we're 23 minutes in, but there's just so much stuff to talk about right off the bat. Vanessa says there are scanners you can listen to on your phone with a single bud in your ear, and then try to listen to the TV too. Ah, see, this is good. So if you have wireless headphones, man, that's a good idea, because that's basically how it is, right? When you're wearing your headset, that's pretty much how it is. Throw in an earbud, listen to something over here in one ear, and then the other ear to listen to whatever's going on, and type what's on the TV. Well done. Look at that. Everybody coming together, and bam, you got it. I'm gonna take a quick swig of my Mexicoke. I don't always drink pop or soda, depending on where you're at, but when I do, it's one of these. They taste completely different than other ones. If you've never tried it, I recommend it. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, my assistant producer, Dawn, bought this game for me to have at conferences. People walk up, they pull a block, and then you ask a question, or you read the question rather, that's on the block. So, over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I'm able to type this in. Over here on TikTok, you're just going to have to listen and respond. But First question. All right. What is a random teenage core memory that you have? Once again, what is a random teenage core memory that you have? So, as you're thinking and typing, for me, one of my I mean, there's a lot of core memories that I could actually bring up, but one of them I will mention that has to do with like birthdays because my birthday is tomorrow and I'm going to be 42. Yeah. I'm I'm getting up there. I'm 40 I'm going to be 42 tomorrow. Um but for me, birthdays that I remember has to do with getting a piece of cake smashed in my face. It was like it's tradition to get a piece of cake smashed in your face. So, and I remember I remember this happening vividly. Even, as an adult now, it happens. And but I remember growing up though, like as a teenager, I would have friends over and stuff, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna get the piece of cake," and I'd be like, "No, no, 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 no," because I would have like a girlfriend there, and again, like friends from school, and I'm like, "No, it's gonna be embarrassing," and and they would go, "It's tradition. You can't go back on tradition." I'm like, "Oh yeah, but I don't want to. I'm older now," and but man, it still happened because after everyone would say, "Okay, okay, okay, we won't do it. We won't do it." I'd go to take a bite and someone out of nowhere would come in back of me and like all I would see is hand, plate, cake everywhere, just smashed into my stash and beard. And yes, as a teenager, I was like this. It was like, yeah. So and of course, everyone is laughing and having a good time, and this is on video and on pictures and stuff, but, that's one of the things that I remember. It was so much fun, and I try to do this with my kids as well, and tell them about this stuff because those are those core memories. Those are the things that I have and just being surrounded by family and everyone just cracking up laughing and me, of course, being embarrassed and shit at first, but then like, all right, that was cool. That was fun. Because then you get to see where all the other cake went. Like when it gets smashed and it's just like it just goes everywhere. You get to see who else got hit. So that's one of the memories I will never forget. But also, during that time, like the games that we would play, like my mom and my aunts, they would go all out. So here's one of the games. Like this was just on the fly. They were trying to figure out something for all of us to do, and this was at a different birthday party. We did a version of it for one of my birthdays, but this one specifically was for one of my cousins. And just out of nowhere. So they had a bushel of bananas, okay? Had all of us kids, actually a couple bushels, and um they cut them in half. And we were all on teams lined up. So what we would have to do, so this was a race. So we would each have a piece. We would haul ass running to the other side and we would have to eat that piece and then haul ass running back and slap five to the next person and we keep going and going and going until the first team won. Seems real simple, right? I mean, and it was a lot of fun to do that. Also, like, a balloon. Everyone would have a balloon and you would have to run to one side and you would have to sit on it to pop it. And once you popped it, then you run back. And again, slap five to the next person and you go and go and go until you're done. And I remember us as we were getting older and older, we would say, I don't know, they're like, "No, you gotta play. It'll be fun. It'll be fun." and we go, "Ah, okay," you know, the teenage shit where you think you're hot shit and stuff, but you're really not. And then we would play it, and of course, it would be fun because we would all be competitive as hell, and we were trying to win, but also tug of war, man. Tug of war was so much fun to do with the family at birthday parties. It was enough that the adults they got on it as well. So it would be the kids and, you know, and we would have, um we would do a bunch of them. So we would do families, okay, against each other. Like, I mean, it was all a big family, right? But like immediate families. We would have like tournaments going against each other. And then it was like all of the kids and teenagers versus all the adults. And then it was like boys and girls. And then and then the adults, like everybody would get in on it. There was one time that I remember the rope actually broke. and and this, if I remember correctly, this one that happened, it was it was all like the like older teenagers and going into adults and stuff. Everybody was in there and just pulling and pulling, and I remember everyone watching, and there was no going to the left or going to the right. No, they were right in the like stalemate. And then finally the rope just ripped and everyone flew back. It was the funniest shit, man. It was the funniest shit. But again, those are those core memories. So any of those core memories that you might have, even if we've passed the question, throw it in the comments because I want to read that shit. Because that stuff is funny. And also stuff to think about, and you know, we're relating with each other. So that's a good thing. Let's see over here. James says, I can't wait to learn how to turn off my dispatcher's ears in a few years. Retirement. I want to hear seagulls and crashing waves. I hear you, man. This July will be 10 years. This is like going to be my 10-year anniversary of leaving dispatch. Excuse me. And I still have dispatch ear. It does not turn off. I'm sure there's a way. But mine is still here, does not go anywhere. Um, let's see. Vanessa says, getting pushed down 2 flights of stairs at my high school and losing literally a day and a half of memory. Wait, what? That's interesting that that's a core memory and you lost. You lost half of a memory. What the hell? Why did they push you? That's some bullshit. What the hell, man? Okay, so that's a core memory right there. So, you know, one of the other memories I have as a teenager, but from like high school and shit, was be or would be um one of the senior pranks. I don't know if you remember any of your senior pranks while you were in high school, but I remember one specifically because everyone was there. I think they were either coming out of class or going into class. It was one of the two. I told the story recently, and now I don't remember which one it was for sure. But what the seniors did was they had pepper spray and they went through the hallways and sprayed all up and down, and people were coughing and choking. It was not cool, man. It was horrible. It was really bad. But that's another one of those memories that I have from school. Let's see. James says golf ball to the side of my head, waiting for soccer practice to start. What the hell? What's with the people getting injured in high school? Like James here, like this is a core teenage memory. Getting clocked in the head with a golf ball, waiting for soccer practice to start. Oh man, I'm glad the both of you are okay. That everything that you're here and everything is fine, but that sucks. Let's see. Robin over here says running across the football field at band camp during a performance. I was a drum major and falling in front of everyone. The announcer came over the PA. Are you okay? No way. Oh, that sucks, Robin. I mean, I'm glad, I'm glad that they reached out to you and asked if you were okay, but damn, that would that would suck. I was in band too. I played the alto saxophone, and, I remember doing marching and stuff, and we were trying to figure out some stuff before going to marching competition, and one of the parts, because I think we were doing a bunch of Disney songs, and, there was a solo. So there were, we went through a few different, folks, a few different instruments, and I remember everybody, "Oh, wait, Erin, what's going on?" She says, "Good evening, folks. I played the alto sax too." "Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about." "Yeah, woodwinds unite." I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. Uh, I, I remember everyone, like, jacked up their solo. And so the next time, like, I was nervous as hell because everybody had, like, kinda squealed out that first note, and I had been practicing and practicing and practicing, and when it was finally my turn, oh, wait, Robin says alto here too. Yes. Again, woodwinds unite, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see, Aaron over here says, "I think the proper title is hashtag band geek." Yes. Yeah, I was a band geek as well. And, I went to go do my solo part, and I did it, but it was the last note that ended up squeaking. I was like, "Oh," because, like you were saying, Robin, you're in front of everybody. You're in front of everyone that's there at the game, and you just wanna hide, man. Especially because, like, you're there, you've got the whole band behind you, but when that solo happens, it's just you. And I remember in my head, the first notes, I was like, "Hell yes, I did it." And then I squeaked that last one out. I was like, "Oh, why? Why?" And then after the performance, like, when we went and sat down, I'm just sitting there, and people are like, "Dude, you almost had it." I'm like, "Shut the hell up. I know. I know." They ended up going with, I think it was a trumpet after all, because we were trying to figure out the sound, like, what would be the best one? And even though the trumpet one ended up kinda jacking it too, they still got it. But I think it's because our instructor, um, played the trumpet when she was in school, so she was kind of partial to brass. Let's see. Vanessa says was a baritone on the brass line for marching band, but originally played clarinet and alto sax. That's awesome, man. I always love when I do episodes or live broadcasts like this, and there's more band geeks that end up coming up. That was so much fun. I enjoyed doing all of that. Robin over here says, "You just want the field to swallow you up." For real, dude. Like, you want a hand to, like, just come up and just just take you because 'cause you're just, "I fucked up, man." I will say this really quick before I get to the next block, question here. Um, one of the things that I remember as well was going, because summertime, like, towards the end of the summer, before school is coming up, Robin says, "Yes, the band years were so much fun." Hell yeah, they were. We had a lot of stuff going on. Um, we would go out to the football field to start learning our whole, piece that we were gonna be doing, as festival was coming up, for marching and stuff, and we are out there, okay? We're out there, it is super hot, and it was gross. We're out in the football field, and everyone is just, like, kinda jumping up and down, you know, and you hear a lot of, "Ow. Ow, ow," like, "Ah, what?" What is going ow. And I remember standing there thinking, what the hell is going why is every and then it was my turn. Well, this is what happened. We got out there the day before they were supposed to spray for fire ants. It was really bad. Which was crazy because I didn't realize that there were, like, fire ants in Michigan, Southwest Michigan, no less. I had only encountered them in Florida. So, and at least that's what they told us that it was, but everyone ran off the field, and that's another memory that I have and something that I will never forget because that shit was painful, and, everybody was just running. We're like, "This is some bullshit." We didn't get to go out there again for I don't remember how long, but, they ended up treating it, and they were all gone, but that first day so stupid. Okay, here we go. Next question for everyone. Next question. And I'm gonna type this over here like I did last time. And it says, if you were locked away in a dark cell for 3 hours, what song on repeat would make you go crazy? Huh? Let's see. Let's see what you come up with. Here it is again. If you were locked away in a dark cell for 3 hours, what song on repeat would make you go crazy? Oh, no. Aaron, right away. Wheels on the Bus. Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. Yes. No, you are right. I would be dying. James says, Henry VIII. I am. I mean, seriously. You're sitting in a cell. It's only 3 hours. And that would make you go crazy. For me, 2 songs specifically, and you're probably gonna hate me for I mean, there's a bunch of songs, right? There's a bunch of songs that could do this. But because of my kids, the first song would be the hot dog song from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Even the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song, that specific one, it's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come along, or what is it? Come inside, there's fun inside, or something like that. But at the end of the show is the hot dog, hot diggity dog. Fuck that song. I said it. I said it. Yep, I said it. There was one time, let me tell you this. There was one time years and years ago, my son Logan was not doing well, he was doing his homework, okay? He was doing not only his homework, he was doing the schoolwork, okay? The problem was that he wasn't handing it in. I don't know why, but he was not handing his work in. I'm sure we've all been there, right? We've done the same thing. I used to do that shit. So he probably got it from me. Like, for whatever reason, like, I would do my work and then I would just push it to the back of the desk. I don't know why. But anyway, so this is what he's doing. He's doing his work and he's not turning it in. So, um, we're sitting at the table one night. It's he and I and Lola. I think Lola was maybe 2, maybe at that time. And I said to him, "Look, bud, you need to start handing in your work because If you don't, I'm going to play the hot dog song on repeat. So get this. If you look up that song on YouTube, there is one on there that's like 24 hours long or something like that. I played it for 30 minutes. We were sitting at the dinner table, the three of us, and I played it. And Lola and I are just hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Like we're just singing it over and over. And he's sitting there eating his food with his eyes just like, and he's like, okay, okay. He's like, I'll turn my work in. It was the funniest shit, man. It was the funniest thing because your kids sometimes get into that mode where they test you, right? They test you to see how far your breaking point is. And he was very firm on just like not wanting to like give in, and was just sitting there just kind of looking and eating. And Lola and I are hot dog, hot diggity dog. Dun, 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 dun. And eventually going into those 30 minutes, you can just see him just like, oh, like he was trying to hang in there. And then finally he was just like, okay, you win. Aaron over here says, I think It's a Small World would do me in as well. Yes. Oh my God. Can you imagine sitting in a cell for 3 hours listening to It's a Small World over and over? Dun, 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 dun. And you're like, ah, ah. Dude, I would lose my mind. Doug over here says chitty chitty bang bang. Dude, for real, that one too. Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. I love you. Bro. Like oh, those are horrible, right? Those are horrible. What if it's the song What's Going On by what is it? Is it Four Non Blondes? I can't remember the actual name of the band now. You know what song I'm talking about. But and I dig the song, but what if it's just the chorus? The chorus over and over and over. And I said, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." I say, "Hey, what's going on?" Just over and over, and I'd be like, I'm done. I I can't do it. I don't think I could last like 15 minutes listening to the chorus, just the chorus, over and over and over and over. No, I couldn't do it. And if you say that you can, more power to you. But I could not do it. Nope. That would be too much. All right. Next question. And also over here on TikTok, thank you very, very much. We're at 2.8 thousand likes. Oh, yes. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please make sure to share this broadcast, throw in reactions, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. Okay. Here it is. This has to do with another song, okay? Let's do this. If you were in a coma, if you were in a coma and only one song could wake you up, what song would it be? So I'm going to type this in over here for Facebook and such. And say it again. If you were in a coma, only one song wake you up. What song would it be? I'd have to think about that one. Like, there's a lot of songs that I can think of that I would want to be the one to wake me up. But then again, like, would you want a comical one? Like, kind of one, oh, James, shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. And then you throw in a little Michael Jackson in there. Shaman instead of come on, because he would always say shaman. I'm talking to you, shaman. That's a good one. That is a good one. Very, very good song. Love that. That is excellent. Man, yeah, there's so many that I could say that I would want to be one to wake me up. Over here on TikTok, what about you? If there was one song, if you were in a coma and only one song could wake you up, what song would it be? I might throw in like some Freebird or something. Or song by Korn, Blind, because it starts out with him yelling. Jonathan Davis is yelling, "Are you ready?" And it just explodes. Maybe that would be it. That would be the one. Let's see. Doug's song over here is "It's the Final Countdown." Says, I would hope to. It would wake me. I would hope to wake me up. The Final Countdown. Yep, that would be good. I like that one. Man, with my luck, the song that would be the only song that would be, that would wake me up would be the damn hot dog song that I was just talking about. Or This Is the Song That Never Ends. Oh man. Yeah, that's probably what it would be. It would be something stupid. Something stupid that would wake me up. And people would not know. Like I'd be in a coma and like, what if music will wake him up? Let's play a song. And they're playing like all of these songs that they would think that would truly wake me up, and it turns out to be the damn hot dog song. Oh, that would be some bullshit. They'd be like, out of all the songs, that's the one. That's the one that woke him up. All right. All right. All right. Moving on. We've got 2 questions left. We're going into the last like 10 minutes of Open Mic Live tonight, which has been a lot of fun with all of you. Thank you so much, as always. And this went by really fast. Holy shit. It always seems like it goes by super fast. All right, here it is. Here's the next one. If you came with a warning label, what would it say? So there's the question. For all of you over here on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and Twitter, and then over here on TikTok, there's your question. If you came with a warning label, what would it say? Mine would probably say something like, warning, workaholic. Or warning, um, I don't know. Likes to joke around, warning, prankster, or something like that. Um, or it would just say, warning, just get ready for an awesome time. We're gonna laugh and have a good one. But come from dispatch. I I heard someone say like, warning comes with RBF. Maybe. Let's see. James is over here, says, careful, he's a C-SPAN watcher. That would be a good one to have the warning label on the side of your head or whatever, and then that would pop up, or you would see it there. Like, oh, warning, careful, oh, okay, okay. See, but with the technology that we have now, and then like going into the future, like shit, you might be able to just see, you know, it would be like we would have like some sort of digital vision or something like that where you see the warning symbol pop up to the side, or allergies off to the other side or whatever. Like there's all of these different things, almost like a commercial when they're talking about different medical stuff, or medications or something like that. That's how it would show up for a person as well. That would be interesting. Let's see. Doug over here says, if you can read this, you are too close. That right there, that is a good warning. That's a good warning sign. I like that. Very cool. All right. Stay back 500 feet. I would think a lot of people too would have a warning label, that something to the effect, something that has to do with coffee, right? Especially in dispatch. It would be something that had to do with coffee. Warning, need this much coffee before you approach, or something to that effect. Like I can see that. I could see that happening. All right, so here's the last question. Oh, Chantel says, jumping in a bit late on duty for Graves tonight in, oh man. Hey, welcome. It's cool. You're here with us either way. Welcome, welcome. James says, warning only on first cup. Yes, there you go. That would be a good warning one right there. Over here on TikTok, if you came with a warning label, what would your warning label say? And then as people are still putting those in, you can still continue putting those in and everything, but I've got the last question here. And this one is this one is interesting, of course. All right. So, question is, what is the largest animal that you think you could beat in a fight? I don't know, man, because there are some animals that are small that you think you could maybe put up a fight and you'll get destroyed. I don't know. I don't know what is the largest animal that you think you could beat in a fight? It's hard to say, because there was a video years ago, right, um where there was a kangaroo who had like was holding on to this guy's dog, and the guy runs over there to the kangaroo. The kangaroo lets go of the dog and is like ready to fight, and the dude is standing there as well and clocks him right in the face, just like pegs him on the nose. It didn't look like it was that hard. Of course, I don't know because of the angle, but when the person goes to punch, it looks like the nose kind of like gets bumped, and the kangaroo just goes, just like his head goes back and arms drop and is looking around like, "Oh shit, like he hit me." And then the kangaroo takes off and the dude takes off. Now, that's a big animal, right? I would never think for a moment that I would be able to do that. No. I would go and try to save my dog, yeah, but I don't know that I would take a swing. Then again, I don't know. I've never been in that situation, and I bet you that dude too wasn't really thinking about it as well. So I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that one, because I don't know that they're like, there's a lot of animals that are, I mean, they're large and small or whatever, and they would probably take me out. But also, I don't want to fight an animal. Let's see. Doug over here says, even hamsters are vicious. If you wake them up when they sleep during the day, I have a scar to prove it. Oh, well, there you go. There you have it, folks. So basically, the best thing to do is to not fight an animal. Chantel over here says, I could maybe take on a house cat. Mm, maybe, but that's another one that I feel like where did it happen at? I'm pretty sure there is James, call animal control. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's some audio out there, right? Where I think a lady or something like that calls in to 911 and you can hear like growling and scratching at the door. And it turns out that the lady is calling because she's locked in her room because her cat is going nuts and will not let her out of the room. And she's like, I'm not coming out. See, that's why I'm saying a house cat, maybe, but cats can be gnarly, man. Like, especially like that call where that was happening with that person. Ooh, I'd probably be hiding in the room too and be like, nah, son, you're not gonna scratch up my face. I don't have much here, but this is all I have. Oh man. Oh, Doug goes, a sloth? Yeah. I mean, they move really slow, right? They seem real just like calm and chill. But you never know. Those sloths might be like Yoda in episode 1 or 2, whichever episode it was, where he's like walking with the cane real slow. And then when he gets into the fight with was it the Dooku? I don't remember now. But he's like flipping and moving all over the place. Dude, that might be what happens with the sloth. Like when the sloths fight, they're super slow, but when they get down, they're flipping, busting out lightsabers, doing a bunch of crazy shit. Oh man. All right. We're over the hour. We're going into the wrap up of this episode, but I want to ask one last question. One last question before we go here. What movie traumatized you as a kid? Tell me. What movie traumatized you as a kid? Now, a lot of this stuff today, like some of this stuff did have to do with 911 and other stuff is just like core memories and having fun with these blocks and stuff. And that's what I love doing here, coming on here on Open Mic Live with all of you. That even if we're not talking about 911 shit, we're having fun with each other and sharing stories and laughing because laughing is good medicine. All right, James over here says, "What about the recording of the chimpanzee attacking the caller's girlfriend? The dispatcher seems to be doubting the report, and then you can hear the chimp in the background, and the dispatcher is like, "Oh, your chimp." Oh, yeah, that one was a bad one because I'm pretty sure. Well, that I won't go into detail, but that person got messed up from that chimpanzee. So that's another animal I just would not approach. I'm like, oh, look, so cute and everything from far away. And that's it. I'll stay away. Okay, so Doug over here says Jaws. Oh, James. No, no, no. You're fine. You're fine. Um, Jaws traumatized you as a kid. All right. Vanessa says arachnophobia. That's enough. Yeah. All those spiders and everything. I don't have a thing with spiders. They're fine. But in that movie, they look gross. Over here on TikTok, a movie that traumatized you as a kid. Hook me up. See, Chantel over here says Dumbo, those pink elephants. Oh, they scared the hell out of you? We're elephants on parade, hippity hoppity. Yeah, that one is crazy, right? And then as an adult, you realize that the reason the pink elephant thing is happening is because both Dumbo and the mouse are drunk off their ass and they're hallucinating. Oh, thank you, Disney. So for me, oh, wait, also really quick, going back to Dumbo, it's that those two scenes when the mom is being taken And then when like the song is playing, when she's locked up and her trunk is out there and Dumbo is swinging on it, dude, that one like just pulling at the heartstrings like hardcore. That one is those two scenes too. Especially when you're sitting there watching it with your kids for the first time and that comes up and they're like, "Oh," and you're like, "Oh no. I just ruined them." Doug says, "Chitty Chitty Bang Bang" for a little bit because the damn song got stuck in my head. When they showed it at school, yes, and you're at school for the rest of the time, you're like, I wanna get this out of my brain." Okay, so for me, a movie not the entire movie, just one part that I remember, and I'm guessing a lot of people remember this as well, and it's The Neverending Story. The Neverending Story. And it's when Atreyu is with his horse Artax, and they're going through that muddy area, and Artax is sinking in, and you're watching, and you're just like, "What? What? No, what is going on to Artax?" And he's like, "Don't leave me. I love you. You're my friend." And he's like, don't let the sadness overcome you." And the horse just keeps going, and you're like, "Oh my god." Like, because all you're hoping for is that the horse ends up coming out of it. And I remember watching that with my kids for the first time, and it's at that scene, and I happened to be looking away for a moment, and I look back, and I'm like, "Oh, no." My kids are basically crying, and I had to fast forward it. I had to fast forward that part because, man, that part is harsh. And then, of course, he is, crawling through the mud and stuff too, and luckily, Falkor ends up picking his ass up before that damn wolf comes and gets him, but dude, that scene is hardcore. Spoiler alert, if you've never watched The Neverending Story before, that happens. But don't worry, because Artax comes back. And that's what I had to tell my kids right off the bat. Like, don't worry. And so then at the end, when they show him again, they're all like, "Yeah, okay, everything is good." And I'm just, because that's some fucked up shit. Thank you, Neverending Story. Love that movie. Hate that one scene though. Vanessa says, "Oh, if we're talking songs stuck in your head, try Lamb Chops Play Along and the song that never ends." Yes, yes, the Lamb Chop song. Damn it, that one for sure. Vanessa also says, "Dude, yes, Neverending Story was messed up." I love that movie. I love it. But damn it, that scene is just horrible. Doug says Charlotte's Web was pretty sad also. Yes. Yeah, when Wilbur is just fucking crying and stuff at the end, and he's like, "I'm all alone." You're like, "Oh man." She saved you though. Zuckerman, he's good to go. You won the prize. Vanessa says, "The Fox and the Hound" was the cartoon movie that messed me up. Oh, dude. Yeah, that one was something as well. Um, James says Braveheart when Wallace is on the wreck. Oh, dude. Yes. Yeah. Or like Armageddon when Bruce Willis is saying goodbye to Liv Tyler right before he goes to do his duty. You're like, I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. And I don't want to miss a thing. Oh, shit. Yeah. A lot of movies, a lot of cartoons, especially. But one of the movies that I remember growing up that I loved so much because of the sarcasm, and as an adult, it makes me think that Willy Wonka would have been a badass dispatcher, especially with that sarcasm. I mean, just throughout the whole movie when shit is happening, the mom's like, "Oh, help me," and he he goes, "Help, police, stop." Murder. uh, oh, that is probably one of my most favorite movies of all time. All right, let's wrap this shit up. Thank you all so very much for being here with me for another installment of Open Mic Live. Next week, I will be in Florida, so we'll see what guests. Maybe I'll have a guest or two with me. Either way, it's going to be fun, and you do not want to miss the next open mic. Teresa, what is going on? Hey and bye. Yeah. What's up, my friend? So next week, you do not want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. And where in Florida? I'm going to be in St. Augustine. I'm going to be in St. Augustine for the Florida APCO conference. So I'll be out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, make sure that you watch out for open mic, and please continue to share the stuff about the book. I appreciate it more than you know, and it's awesome to have an opening like this in pre-order before it actually comes out. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Teresa says, not much. Had to hear your laugh. Sorry. Oh shit. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. But again, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it more than you know. The support, just all of it. I don't have the words, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And your numbers. What are your numbers now? You know, it looked like we had some high numbers as it was coming in when we started. So I was at a 9 already. I'm way above a 10. It has been excellent. James says, good night, everyone. I am at a 10. Got to go. Union soccer game on. Well done. Awesome. Thank you all for joining me. If you have any comments, questions, or you ever want to be a guest on the flagship show, you can email us. And that's going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook. To make it all simple, especially if you want to become a subscriber of the podcast and help support us to keep me being able to do everything that I do here, simply check out links.co/WTT podcast. This is my link in bio for my bio page. And again, it's links, but it's with 2 I's, links with 2 I's.co/WTT podcast. You can find everything there. And this can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter, and then here as well on TikTok. Thank you all very, very much. And for the flagship show, you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone, and we will see you in the next one.